Hello and welcome to another update video about Quant QNT. We have the situation overall, and we start on the 4-hour chart. Just also for new viewers, that at the moment we can consider that the move off the June low was indeed a wave 1, an impulse. It was a very strong move. It has impulsive characteristics also on the lower time frame. So we can see this as a 5-wave move to the upside, and then here an ABC structure to the downside. In 3 waves, and within the C wave, so we had an A wave down, a B wave as a triangle. We're now in the C wave. This is a 5-wave move, and the previous view was, in my opinion, correct, that the wave 4 ended here, and we're now moving down, or we moved down in wave 5. We certainly have 5 waves down, went below the wave 3, so minimum requirements for this scenario fulfilled. If we now go up, I'm happy, but I don't think we're there yet. Very important to understand that the scenario has been fulfilled. So up here I was quite clear that we're going to go down sort of into this area. I think I had it previously a little bit higher, did reduce it down to account for the stronger drop, which happened around the 9th of November when FTX came down, but it did not invalidate this 1-2 setup. So that's the revised support area where the price needs to find support in order to still go up with a high likelihood in a 3rd wave into the region around $400, maybe a little bit lower. So the scenario is fulfilled and we don't need to get any lower. However, does that mean we have to go up already? No. We now need to take very close look at the structure and understand when can we with a high likelihood assume that it is going to go up. Because we want to now spot a trend reversal. Until we see that, the idea is that we still come down lower. For example, here on the chart, we currently see a small head and shoulders pattern. A lot of crypto coins are doing that at the moment. It's not a massive one. Yeah, it's not a massive one. When it breaks, it might take us just below this support area. Let's just double check that, depending on when it breaks out. But yeah, if we really hit here, let's say $79, it would not be a substantial break of the $80 78.6% FIB level. So it's not a massive problem if that breaks. But yeah, it's all about, that 78.6% FIB level. If that breaks, the likelihood of a move to the upside afterwards will reduce significantly. And then in the last video, I think it was, we looked at the structure here because we came down in 5 waves. That always means that a cycle is complete, a small cycle is complete. And it means we need to now look, do we move up in 3 waves or do we move up in 5 waves after that? If we see 5 waves, it could mean the trend has changed. And in the last video, we saw wave 1, we saw wave 2, we saw a possible wave 3. I think we were just up here. I told you now in the upcoming retracement, to be more, let's say, to be more confident that a low is indeed already in, we need to see a 4th wave and a 5th wave. We need to stay skeptical until we see that. And I told you that we need to hold a certain support level for that, which would have been the $111 level. Now we clearly dropped below that. We dropped actually all the way down to nearly $107. So that increases the likelihood that this is just a 3-wave move and we're going to come down again, in whatever shape or form. But this is not a clear impulse to the upside, which is the ideal scenario we would want to see if we are looking for a trend reversal. So in this case, it tells us that probably the trend hasn't changed yet. And if the trend has changed, then this could still be some kind of an ascending wedge, ascending broadening wedge or leading diagonal, which is always possible. This could become a 5-wave move in a diagonal pattern as long as we're adhering here to this channel. But then again, I always have to repeat it, with diagonal patterns, these are highly unreliable patterns. So let's say if the default, which is an impulse, if that fails, if that doesn't show, if the chart fails to create an impulse, it is a strong sign that the trend has not shifted yet. It can still do 5 waves and then it could still work out the trend reversal. But because a diagonal pattern is always unreliable, with a diagonal we need to wait for 5 waves, because this move down has just sort of reduce the likelihood that we get a 5th wave. And if we get a 5th wave, then we need the confirmation, because then we want to see that the support in the wave 2 is going to hold. Now I can't really formulate a wave 2 support level for you yet, because I don't know where the wave 5 would peak. It would be somewhere around $122 probably. Then we can formulate a wave 2 support. And that is the problem when you get a diagonal. You need to see all those 5 waves to believe it. And then you need it to hold the wave 2 retracement. And if it finds support and there's evidence that the trend is shifting to the upside, then you've got a possible trade setup. Until then, this is just luck, speculation, sort of gambling, you could say, because this could very well still come down. We only had 3 waves up, and as long as we see 5, my view is we're still going to come down lower. So that's the problem that we had here, a stronger than ideal retracement for an impulse, especially now that we haven't actually we haven't even cut into the price region of the wave 1. So as per original Elliott wave rules, you can still consider that an impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, well, you need to wait for the 5th wave, because waves 4 and 1 are not overlapping. But a wave 4 is here retracing just too much. Normally you would not see, especially in crypto, a wave 4 to retrace more than 50%. So it's either, in the best, if you want to count it as an impulse, it's a 1-2, 1-2 setup, or it's a diagonal pattern. And both are, less likely, okay? Not reliable. So yeah, that's what we need to wait for now, the 5th wave up and a wave 2 retracement, or it will just break down. So my view is it's going to break down until I see evidence that the trend is shifting. And if I see evidence, nothing has been lost basically. Yeah, no opportunities have been lost, because it would most likely come back into a similar price region where we are today anyway in the wave 2 retracement. So I'll keep an eye on that for you. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. And also, if you're interested, check out our trading course on morecryptoonline.com, and maybe also check out our Instagram and Twitter. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.